back to another episode of Literary Recipes with Lily Library. Today we're making a recipe from the book The School of Essential Ingredients by Erica Bauermeister. In the book, one of the characters makes a white cake as a surprise for two other characters in the book. So today we're going to be making that white cake. White cakes are usually really easy to make and have minimal ingredients. And I chose this recipe because it has more traditional ingredients than others. The first thing that you're going to do is mix your dry ingredients together. Your dry ingredients include 2 2/3 cups plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And you're going to whisk those together in a small bowl and set that aside until you're ready for it. The next thing you're going to do is take 6 tablespoons of room-softened butter and put them in your stand mixer and mix it until the butter is soft and creamy. Then to your butter, you're going to add 2 cups of granulated sugar and 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil or canola oil, whichever you prefer, and mix those together until they're well combined. Then you're going to want to measure out your 1 cup of milk and make sure that it's been sitting out for a little while so that it's at room temperature. And then after we've combined our butter, vanilla, sugar, and oil, you're going to start adding your dry mixture to that mixture. And you're going to alternate adding a little bit of dry with adding a little bit of your milk. And you want to start and end with an addition of flour. Now that we've mixed our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients together, it's time to whip our egg whites to stiff peaks. So I have 6 room temperature egg whites, and you're going to use a hand mixer and beat them until you reach stiff peak form, which I will make sure I show you. Now that we've reached stiff peaks with our egg whites, we're going to gently fold our egg whites into our batter. You want to be really careful that you don't overmix it so that you deflate your egg whites. The egg whites are going to help give us some lift in our cake. When you're folding your mixture, you want to go around the outside and then come through the middle and kind of lift your batter up and over the egg white. take your time doing this. It's really not worth hurrying. It's important not to over mix this batter, but it's also important not to under mix it, because nobody wants to bite into raw egg white, not raw egg white, but nobody wants to bite into cooked egg white when they're eating a cake. Now I've already prepared my cake pans. You want to make sure you have this done ahead of time. And you are going to grease them with cooking spray and then cut out a round of parchment and set it in the bottom of each pan. Then grease it again, making sure you get on the sides. And then you're going to flour both pans. This is going to make sure that you get your cakes out. Now we're going to evenly distribute our batter between both pans. Okay, I just popped both my cakes into a 350-degree oven, and we're going to cook them for 35 to 40 minutes. You want to kind of keep an eye on them because you don't want them to overcook.
A few moments later.
White cake turned out amazing and it's so delicious. It would be perfect to make for a wedding or a special event, or even just for a Tuesday night if you're feeling the need for something fancy. It's really easy to make and super quick. It's no wonder that the characters in this book choose to make this white cake because it's absolutely delicious. I whipped up a vanilla buttercream frosting to use to frost my cake, but you could certainly do something simpler if you have another recipe that you like, or you can use a can of frosting, which is 10 times easier. The School of Essential Ingredients is a great book to read if you need something cheerful and uplifting. It's about a group of people that come together for a cooking class and you find out how their lives intertwine. It's also going to make you incredibly hungry reading it because the food descriptions and the recipes are just awesome. I hope you make this recipe. If you do, make sure you send us pictures on Facebook or Instagram. As always, we'll have a link to the recipe in the description of this video, and we'll be sure to post this video on our Facebook page. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And you're going to whip the beat them until you reach stick. Characters in this book make it's no one. I don't know what to say. In the link in nope.